In this Baldur's Gate 3 Sorcerer's build guide, I'm going to show you the build that I'm using right now, and it's really good and I'm really enjoying it. So when I first started playing this game, when I was 5 hours in, I ended up quitting and starting again and using this particular build. The reason was my build just wasn't cutting it. Now you can respec in the game, so you don't have to get your build perfect at the start. But if you're struggling with Baldur's Gate 3 and you're dying a lot and things like that, then I would recommend giving this build a go. Keep in mind this is a starter build and you're going to add more spells and things as you level up the character. So let's get started and I'll show you this very basic build. Now I'm not going to get into every single detail because this game is very complex. I want this to just be a very quick video so you can jump into the game and test this build out and see if it's the right one for you. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, you want to click on custom and then race. I have half elf. And this is what I get. So I can move 9 meters per turn. You have weapon proficiency with spears, pikes. We have dark vision. You can see in the dark up to 12 meters. And then you have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep. So this is what I have for the race. Now keep in mind, I'm not going to be really getting into multi-classes in this video because that's not what this is about. I have a wood half health of the sub race, and I have movement speed increased by 1.5 meters. We have the classes, obviously the sorcerer for this build. We have contrips. These are spells, and these are the contrips that I have, and these are working really well. Ray of Frost, damage 1 to 8. Firebolt, damage 1 to 10. And then we have poison spray, and you notice that at the bottom it only goes up to 3 meters. So this is for close quarters combat. These ones are 18 meters and 18 meters. And then I have this for just a little bit of defense when I need it, which is Blade Ward. Take only half the damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks. Now this takes 2 turns, but it does come in handy. I don't use it all the time, but it has saved me a few times. And then all of these just take an action. All right. The next one is spells. These are the 2 spells you want to start with. First of all, the magic missile. It is 100% hit every single time. So that's why I have this. It doesn't miss. 100% success rate. And then we have chromatic orb. Chromatic orb is really, really good. I'll show you soon what it actually does. But this does 3 to 24 damage, and you are going to definitely want to have this on this build. And then obviously as you level up, you can start adding more of these, and I would recommend adding Thunder Wave. Witch Bolt is really good as well. This one is good as well. You can add it as you level up, but I would do a better guide on that as I progress through the game. Now subclass is Bloodline. Your hit point maximum increases by 1 for each sorcerer level. And then you get dramatic resilience, which is dragon-like scales cover parts of your skin. So even when you're not wearing armor, your base armor is 13. We are running the Dragon Ancestry White Cold. This is awesome. I love it. So you gain 5 temporary hit points on top of the hit points you already have. And then you deal 5 cold damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack. So essentially, if you just put this on, it stays on all the time until you get hit. So this is a really good one and I like it. This is a must-have for this build. Now for background, I have Criminal. You can go through and kind of check out what one is going to give you the most points, but I have Criminal for this build. And then abilities is quite important. So we have 8 into Strength, 15 into Dex, 16 into Constitution, 10 Intelligence, 8 Wisdom. You want most of your points to be into Charisma and Constitution. Okay, so Force of Personality improves spell casting for bards, paladins, sorcerers, and warlocks. And then Constitution, stamina and physical endurance affects your hit point maximum. So this is where I have the points. Just copy this down. But that is the build right there, and this is all of the information on the right. And this has worked extremely well for me. And obviously we're not going to cover the appearance because that doesn't matter. That's up to you. Now I'm going to jump into my game and I'm going to show you how some of this stuff works. All right, I've just initiated this fight to show you how a couple of things work. I am using a controller because that's what I use. So this is my main here. And as you can see, Armor of Agathis. Gain 5 temporary hit points and deal 5 cold damage to any creature that hits you. So I'm going to do, you can actually do 2 turns or 1. So, level 2 spell slot or level 1 spell slot. So obviously level 2 you get 10. I'm going to do level 1. and this gives me 5 extra hit points. If you see on the bottom left of the screen, you can see it in the yellow. Okay, I got a bit beaten up here, but that's because I'm trying to show you this example. Now, these ones I put in after I've leveled up, but I'll just show you the Chromatic orb because it's really good. So I'm going to click on that, and you can choose an elemental damage. So we can do thunder, poison, lightning, fire orb, acid, or cold. I'm going to do cold, and it takes 2 turns, as you can see. And I'm just going to do, you can do either 1 or 2, so different levels. I'm going to do 1. I'm just going to show it in action. 65% there, 60. Hopefully we get a hit here. 75, we'll do it to this guy. We've got 11 hit points on him. So that's what Chromatic Orb is. I basically use Chromatic Orb, this one and this one the most. And yeah, that's the build, guys. So hopefully this helps you out. This is a really basic, simple build that is working very well for me in Baldur's Gate 3 as a sorcerer. And as you level up, you're obviously going to add in more spells. Don't forget to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.